BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Okay. Well, that's good now. So, where is the game audio gone then? Ah, so why did all that have to change then? What a joke this is. Ugh. Right, let's start again, shall we? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix. Only 16 people have turned up because half of gold is useless. Let's go on with the show, shall we? And yes, it is the best race circuit in the world, then, but and it does require skill, and I think that some people must lack that, which is why we've only got 16 drivers in here tonight. Hello to Vintage, and thank you very much. Are you in the right place? You certainly are, my good man, and evening to everyone as well here in Japan. Then, so in terms of the championship, then it is certainly very much then on a knife edge, isn't it? Then with the ever present, ever consistent Sam Swift Ninja about to. About to really start to roil in Geordie Boxtel then as well then, and just as we're on board now then, and if I put bronze, have I? Well, I'm a bit out of shape, but yeah, there we go. Well, hey, at least I've turned up though, guys. At least I've turned up, unlike half the grid. Oh dear. I'm gonna be honest. I've got my sassy pants on today. But yes, we are here in Japan, and of course, Matthew, thank you very much. Bronze has really picked up its pace during the break. Then bronze, I've been disgraced. Then Percy is saying as well. Anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? So yes, Japan. I must admit, then I'm also in a foul mood as well because I've been up for God knows how long as well. A ginger like myself should not be up this early. Should not be up at this length of time. So I am also very, very tired indeed. Then. But anyway, yes, this circuit is unique. It is the only figure of eight circuit on the Formula One calendar. Which also is got some incredible turns as well. And Degna 1 is absolutely sublime. Then we'll talk about that in just a few moments' time as well. Sector 1 around here is absolutely superlative as we are in qualifying 1 at the moment. And as this is more of a glorified practice session, a lot of drivers out on intermediate tires because they do not want to. They do not want to waste their they do not want to waste of course the full allocation of tyres, do they? Right then in the drivers' championship, Boxtel leads the championship. As I said, then Sam Swift is very much starting to hunt down the championship leader, but it has been very much ebb and flow, hasn't it? Sam Swift had very much 5 wins on the bounce there, had a bit of a stumble as of late. Then we got third position is Keza. Then he has been ever present. Keza has there, and in third position, certainly brilliant stuff indeed. Then with Lucas Percy, the current defending champion on 116 points, 108 for Toy Coin. Then we have got Immortal in a sixth position mode. Immortal is currently as he's joined the session as well. Thank you very, and that's good stuff indeed. Then. Cam in 7th position, Troy in 8th, German in 9th, and Pease in the top 10 then, at the moment then. Right then is also in the Constructors' Championship, if I can get it up, oh, the story of my life, is just like this then, Alpine leads the way at the moment then, with Ferrari in 2nd position. Third position is the McLaren team on 160 points, 133 for the Alfa Romeo team, 119 for Red Bull, and then we've got 97 for the Williams team, Haas are on 85, 67 for Aston Martin, Alpha Tauri on 32, and then we have got Mercedes on 29 points, unfortunately, at the moment then. And then we have got, and then of course we've got the joint constructors as well, which McLaren currently leads the way with Alpine in 2nd position. Ferrari are in 3rd, then with Haas in 4th position, and the top 4 have all broken the 400 point mark. Then Williams are in 5th position and on 336 points there. Then we have got 259 then for the Alfa Romeo team. Red Bull on 253, 222 for 222 for Aston Martin. Alpha Tauri on 181 and 104 for the Mercedes team then as well. Then. As so yes, indeed. Then welcome. I think that this is certainly the best circuit on the not the best circuit on the calendar, but certainly it's in the top 5 for best circuits, isn't it? Really. It is a really incredible circuit. If you get it right, of course, but of course, it's also about setup around here as well. 13 minutes ago in the qualifying session, everyone is out on intermediate tires at the moment, so not really, so there's not really much to be looking at. But of course, I hope you've had a lovely Easter break then. Where have you been then? It seems like if we have a break in ALR, everyone forgets, don't they, after 2 weeks? But there we go. Yes, and so of course, we've got 17 drivers in the lobby now. Walter has just joined us. Well, good stuff, D-Day, because Walter has been very superb as well. Dilando, currently second in the Silver Championship, I believe, and out there as well. Of course, we've got a couple of reserves in as well tonight, just looking up and down. We was meant to have some returnees, but they haven't returned. So, yeah, good stuff. That's a bit unfortunate as well. But Sam B. Green, of course, a driver who has returned. It's been a super sub, of course. Remember Sam B. Green last season, brilliant season. The last 2 seasons Sam B. Green has been in, or Green's been in, it's been pretty impressive. Very much ever consistent in season 8 then. And then season 9 of course, went on to win a Grand Prix as well. And, of course, one of 3 new Grand Prix winners last season. This season, I think we've only got the one new Grand Prix winner at this moment in time, I believe, which is, of course, Sam Swift Ninja. Oh, sorry, I apologise too, because Kaz also won last time out as well in Australia in a very dramatic Australian Grand Prix down under. Now we've gone to the land of the rising sun now. Here then, as we come into the Kobayashi hairpin, which is not officially the Kobayashi hairpin, is it? But it's one of my favourite memories is Kobayashi. Just I think it was 2010, just absolutely overtaking everyone left, right, and centre around there as well. It is now cut up into Spoon Corner. Of course, Spoon Corner quite synonymous if you're a Williams fan. Of course, well, I don't know really, because Williams also had a bit of a tough time in modern day Formula 1, but he's also had a tough time back in the '95 Japanese Grand Prix, where unfortunately they lost the constructors here, didn't they? After both Hill and Coulthard went through Spoon Corner, went off, and I think Coulthard then retired at the 130R. But of course, modern day Formula 1, Williams having a bit of a shambles at the moment when it comes to their chassis and their spare chassis. There's Sam B. Green, first rubs his time on the board and has gone the quickest out on a 28-1. Then this is we are going to have, well, we've got 18 drivers in here now, so the attendance is picking up then, which is making me very happy indeed. Anything that's below, anything that's 16 below makes me an absolutely rugby old so. On board with the mystery man of Pierre Gasly, by the looks there. So Moltor is about to start their lap as well. So just got up to the 130R. Toronto used to be a beast in the corner back in the day. These days with Formula 1 car, with the downforce on the Formula 1 machines, not really a problem at all. They can just flick it through. No problem then. There he goes. Moltor there displaying it very nice as well. The former 100% world champion. Coming out of the triangle chicane, or the Castro chicane, then, or the Castle Triangle. I call it the triangle chicane because I'm still living in the 80s. Over the downhill slope into turn 1. Then turn 1 is more of a entry point into turn 2. Then, and then you go to flick it down into 5th gear. Then the Haas car just get out of the way as well. I think that might have been. I'm not sure if that was Indigo. I was going to say Green there, but of course Green no longer part of the Haas setup. Green in the Alpha Tauri. Just watching Walter then go through these S's as well, but I think he has backed off of Walter last time because the car stepped out there. So we're going to go with the current world champion Percy. Percy, I think he's got a lot to do. Percy has to, of course, if he wants to retain the world championship there, with just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds to go, it is very much pressure now for the Ferrari team and for Percy himself. I've got a suggestion. Oh god. Right, that's what I get for having a cheeky old mini egg before coming on air. At the moment, BoxBox does lead by 5 points in front of Sam Swift in second position. And that's how close it is to the championship. Okay, so 35 points at the moment with Percy, 40 points back, and 48 points back is Toyko Knights. The top 5 still in the championship, but realistically, are they? I would definitely say yes. Anything can happen. Rocket Lee, hello to you, Rocket Lee. How's it going? I'm going, Charles, I'm alright. Thank you very much. I've enjoyed my Easter. I hope you all have as well. As well as, the only thing that I'm not impressed with, unfortunately, is just how late it's been getting some drivers in and having like a lot of reserve drivers in as well. No disrespect to reserve drivers, we do appreciate them, but what's the point in voting if you don't turn up? That's my opinion. But there you go. I'm on the old soapbox tonight. Then Percy at 27-4. Then, as we mentioned, then Percy is 40 points behind Boxstar in the championship. Boxstar has led the championship almost every step of the way this season, and here comes Vestia there, third position in the Bronze Championship last season. Vestia is there. Thank you very much to Vestia for stepping in there. Nigel, of course, the first ever Gold champion, the first ever ALR World champion there. Currently fifth and one, then of course Nigel also stepped in as well. Out of the final turn then comes Vestia and goes third fastest, does the Mercedes driver here tonight with the George Russell inspired crash helmet there. Good stuff indeed there for Vestia now. So we've got a lot, I must say, we've got a lot of class in here, haven't we? Potentially, we probably should just have these drivers in here full-time, really, shouldn't we? Because listen to this list then of reserve drivers we've got in here tonight then. Vestia, we've got Brabham, of course, he is not a reserve driver, but hats off to Brabham, by the way, for sticking with it. It's not been the best of seasons for the silver champion, Brabham, but I think I respect him. I respect him anyway, Brabham, but of course, being an incredible driver in silver, but I respect him even more than for sticking at it, really. Yeah, the game's not great. Let's not beat around the bush. I don't think the games have been great since 2021, personally. Immortal is currently fastest on a 10th second in front of Percy. But hats off though to Brabham then for sticking with it and really just keeping at it. It's tough to get your motivation up, isn't it? There when it's not going well, especially when you are a world champion coming up into gold. But Brabham doing a great job this season. Kenzie goes fast there, but Toy Coin now just on board now by just taking down, going through the list of Vestia. I think he finished third in the championship for bronze last season. Delando, the bronze champion from season 3. Of course, silver, currently you're second in silver. Toy Coin's gone fast there by 10 per second. Toy Coin, a two-time pole central run then, and he was my other driver who I was expecting to take a Grand Prix win then. So hopefully the next 6 Grand Prix I am right then. Looks like I finally missed the race. I slept after the Japanese GP until Tuesday by the looks of it. So I was saying, do not worry about that, my good sir. Unless, to be honest, Mr. Raging Bull. I wish it is spinning there, Mr. Raging Bull is there. Unfortunately, Aston Martin. I had a nap, I think, after Japan, and then I woke up about 12 and I just haven't been able to get back onto sleep. I've been drifting in and out all day. Yeah, that's probably also why I'm a Grumpy Old Ginger. Yellow flags all over the show. We do not worry about yellow flags in qualifying at the moment, and so now they just come up the hill as well. But of course, this I must say that this circuit I think is a brilliant circuit to drive on. I'm not sure if it's very good for racing, especially in these modern day Formula 1 machines. And just on board now with Boxstar. To be honest, I think I remember harping back. I think wasn't it F1 2020 or 2019 or something like that? Quite a while ago. A while ago? That's certainly good. I always have a whale of a time. No, Boxtel coming out of the hairpin. I was saying a couple of years ago that maybe ground effect is the way forward for Formula 1 cars and making it easier to overtake. And I must say, now ground effect is here, I really don't like it, to be honest. I'm not sure. I think the cars are too heavy, personally. That is one problem that I don't like. The Formula 1 cars just don't look. I like it when they're light and nimble. Then, of course, going back to like the early 2000s to late 90s. That's my favorite era of Formula 1, when they look light and nimble. As well, of course, the 98 cars were very narrow as well, which was also a big plus. Boxstar across the line going second fast, for 10 per second, just under a 10 per second away from Toy Coin. Top 3 is Toy Coin, Boxstar and Keza. Immortal currently 4th at the moment, but Immortal's quite happy there. Here comes Equaz, a Grand Prix winner, of course, Canada last season. They were going to have 3 drivers get knocked out of qualifying here then, as we've had to get some reserve Faraday. I was taking the mick out of the bronze title shot. Oh, where's she? Oh, goodness me. To be honest, Mushroom, yeah, I know, I'll change that in a minute. But I was in a very bad mood. I was very disgruntled when I first started the stream up, Mushroom, mainly because half the gold grid couldn't be bothered to show up. But who else showed up, we absolutely appreciate as well. And, yeah, probably the admins are going to be happy for me to say this, but I reckon they probably should focus more on the drivers that do show up. Right, we're just watching Equals into the triangle chicane and accelerate out now. Let's see what Equals can do here then. Of course, there used to be a horrible bump there, didn't it, at the exit of turn 18? Now, we had Glock crash now quite heavily back in 2009, and he missed the final 2 races of Toyota, and that's where the legend himself, Kobayashi, did come into Formula 1 then. I do like Kobayashi, as Knowles, he has gone to 6 passes, on board with Sam Swift. Then, of course, 5-time Grand Prix winner this season, Sam Swift. Then, of course, 5 points away from the championship leader of Boxtown. As Hope Gold tries the Sonoda, and I can't see because there's a heart in the way. Sam Swift, not even a hint of a lip, but I hope Gold tries the Sonoda overtake tonight and get spicy that way. If I'd known, I would have raced here, as I say. Don't over that, my good sir. To be honest, I think what's more annoying is people have voted and said I'm available to race, and then just haven't bothered showing up. I don't know the rhyme or reason or anything like that. I just see who's voted in the race check-in, and then when they don't turn up, then gets my build up. I think they should be removed. Right, we're just watching them Indigo. Here it comes, Indigo now coming out of Spoon Corner. Of course, one of the best helmet designs in the paddock. Then flicks past me now. Of course, the top 6 have quite up in that performance. Sam Swift about 302nd up from Toy Coin, and from Toy Coin in the second position. We are going to be losing 3 drivers here. Coming into the triangle chicane as well then for Indigo. Accelerate away. I just wake up this morning to watch the last lap of the GP. No, you didn't miss much. Indigo going 5th fastest out. Of course, we did have a red flag though, didn't we? Which I must admit I didn't broke about. To be fair though, you did have to have a red flag, because it was quite a nasty shunt there. Unfortunately, I'm looking up there, and I do feel like this is Danny Ricciardo's last scenario kind of thing. It's evening, Sean. Hello, racers. Good luck, Gold. Camera was saying that. I hate to say it, but I think not Camera, of course. Daniel Ricciardo. I think he could be going out the exit door from AlphaTauri, RB. Liam Lawson there. All the memes about Liam Lawson standing behind Daniel Ricciardo, of course, called that AJ Styles and Undertaker meme. Certainly springs to mind now, which is quite funny. However, it does seem like it's potentially Ricciardo is very much on his last gasp, which is absolutely disappointing, isn't it? Indeed, there for Daniel Ricciardo. He just hasn't been the same, has he, since McLaren. Since those McLaren days, it just shows how all of a sudden the and going through, and Mr. Ray's currently selling the bone, and there's Ultra's coming. Hello, it's Ultra. So Ultra was actually one of the drivers that has voted to reserve, so I apologise profusely then, so there might have been an issue. Indigo's gone off at Spoon, but Indigo should be okay. Troy leaving it very late there. Nigel also leaving it late as well, the first ever champion. So is Delando, the bronze champion, the first, aiming to be the first driver ever in ALR to win a bronze and a silver championship, which has not been done before. So we've had gold and silver champions, but we've not had bronze and silver champions. So that's let's see if the can do it then. But the moment Magic's is doing a good job. Delando goes 12 fastest. Legend currently down in 13th position. Here comes Green, found a 4/10 second in the middle sector, goes 13th fastest out for the AlphaTauri. Quals is looking like that Quals could be out of qualifying here. Bestia on his ball up, and the Williams there not helping, unfortunately. Not helping Bestia, but I think that they just about got out of the way. Evening, Rocket saying evening to Camaro. Check flag has fallen for Ultra, so on Ultra's debut here, he's on Ultra's debut. maybe they're going to have an almighty Grand Prix. But we're now up to 19 drivers now, which makes me a very happy bunny indeed, which is quite apt because, of course, we just had Easter. Here comes Troy, former champion, the Season 8 World Champion now for Troy, out to the final turn then, across the line then, and Troy does go fast. It's on a 26.9 then. A very impressive time so far for Troy. Here comes Nigel. Unfortunately, Nigel has had a pretty rough history around this circuit, and unfortunately, it Vessia's off at the spoon now, and but that's unfortunate for Vessia. Here comes Legends there, less than 10 per second up in the second split time over the over the chicane now, and going over the grid hatchet as well, and Legends goes 50 faster, which means that Ekbal's that qualifying. We've lost our 4 drivers. Ultra not set a time then, but only just arrived into the lobby. Out of the race is also out of the qualifying is also Vessia as well, spinning its spoon now, and didn't get a competitive time on the board. Nigel down in 18th finish there, has a torrid history in Suzuka, doesn't he? Nigel does, and Ultra of course said down in 19th position there. And hopefully the stream doesn't lag with it, but it's really bugging me that the title's wrong. Actually, no, I'll leave it to that. Oh gosh, the weather looks absolutely appalling, doesn't it? Next week, oh goodness gracious me. Shocking stuff indeed then. Hi Sean, I've missed your voice. Hello to you, Indigo. A good qualified session for Indigo there, being 6 fastest. It's on this qualified session. Gosh. And we've also got nice pace from Ekwal saying, and flash of greatness from Troy. Then it really was indeed there. Troy always has brilliance, doesn't he, in his locker somewhere, doesn't he? Oof, my word. And of course, thank you very much for joining us today. I must apologise for my little moan at the beginning of the stream, but yeah, it just really annoys me where where people just can't bother to show up. Right. To be honest, actually, I think that maybe I care a bit too much about this. Perhaps I should go retire on my fishing boat or something. Ultra out of qualifying, down in 19th position. Nigel in 18th. Nigel, as I keep saying, and it just it's like Knowlesy in Austria, really, isn't it? Everyone has bogey circuits. Nigel does have a bogey circuit here, but that makes it more impressive that Nigel has come into gold then to really see if he can home his craft, and as well, of course, ready for silver tomorrow. Remember, Nigel and silver currently down in 4th at the moment now, about 37 points behind Farf, believe it or not. Farf is on a fantastic year in the in silver, which I hate to say, but we got a black screen here. Oh dear. And also my stream didn't work either to begin with, which wasn't very good, was it? Which also rattled my cage as well. Into qualifying 2, then you can see the famous Japanese Ferris wheel there, just as Suzuka's Ferris wheel there, just spinning around there. Last top 10 finish, BT10 is saying, I reckon so, my good. I reckon so. I think that it would be a fantastic performance if you do, though. Only one DRS zone around here, of course. Very difficult to overtake, but I'll be impressed if you do. Hate this track, especially quality pace around here. Percy is saying that I meant a flush of greatness. Oh, goodness me. Be right back. I need a coffee. Not long woken up. Watched WrestleMania, then the GP. I tried doing that, Rocket, but I got to about 3 o'clock and I fell asleep then, which is disappointing indeed then. As now then his cars are just streaming out of the pit lane. Now we've got Indigo coming out, got both Aston Martins coming out as well. Here comes Sam B. Green then, just accelerating away in the AlphaTauri. Remember, in these final 5-6 races we got here in ALR, we will be, of course, AlphaTauri will be no longer on the grid and they will be renamed to RB. They are officially called Racing Bulls. I've read somewhere in Italy that they are called officially Racing Bulls, but then they changed but then the reason why they're actually called RB everywhere else in the world is because it's a bit of a mouthful to have Visa, Cash App, something or other, Racing Bulls, so that's why they're called RB or something like that. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I got my information off Instagram, so a lot of it is probably absolute bogus, actually. I was awake till 10 this morning, haha. I must admit, Rocket League, that's very impressive indeed. I tried. It didn't go very well either. I ordered myself a bit of some takeaway as well to try and give myself a bit of indigestion so I couldn't fall asleep. Well, that didn't happen at all. Instead, I was woken up with the most horrific of gut's sake as well, and I've been spending most of my time today in the laboratory when I have been awake anyway. But goodness me, and I really am regretting not booking tomorrow off from work there. There we go. Then maybe WrestleMania in Japan and the Japanese Grand Prix something last week. Over the grid hatch as well. Then on board then with Green. Then going over the grid hatch. Then as I said, there's a downhill. Then looking at it to turn one. You can't even see the corner so far. Then flicking in. There's an entry point directly into turn two. Then before stepping on the gas and now coming up the S's as well. Oh, no, goodness me! If you get one of these S's wrong, it's completely going to ruin the rest of this sector there. There's a car in front of us here. Then I think that's actually the fellow AlphaTauri of Knowlesy. So hopefully Knowlesy is not giving any dirty air off of the back of that AlphaTauri there for Green. Then, but I wonder if Knowlesy. Knowlesy might give Green a lovely slipstream up into Spoon Corner and maybe up into the 130 as well. Look at the steering lock there on Green's car. Impressive stuff indeed there. Yeah, it's very simple now then Red Bull's sister team. Yeah, whilst I'm Charlie, this is Sunday, isn't it? Whilst I'm on the mode, well, we all know about Boy, we all know about how upset I am about that Gretchen not being on the old on the grid for 25 or 26. But yet Red Bull have two queens. But having said that, Formula One asked and begged Red Bull to buy the Minardi team, I believe, back in 2005 before they became the Toro Rosso team in 2006. So of course you can't really have your cake and then take it away, kind of thing, can you? Knowlesy did do a lovely slipstream in business there for Green, and now I think Green is repaying the favour going into turn one and into turn two there. Indigo going second fast there, but I think the serious mushroom. This is normally Mushroom's time to tell me that it's use tyres there. A 28-0 for Malta then, and now we've also got the Mercedes of Legend going third fast, and this is a tough old circuit. This one is there, but look at how tight these times are. As you can see, McLaren now just touring out of the garage now. I think that is Brabham, the silver champion, which I haven't said that enough this season, and I really should. So I'm going to butter up Brabham tonight and call him silver champion every time I see him. Dylan, the bronze champion there, going the former bronze champion there, going fast as 27.9. Dylan should have been in gold this season, and I would love to have seen Delando in gold this season, but of course, the admins there did offer him a seat back in silver there, which, to be fair, I would love to have seen the bronze champion the bronze champion from several years ago to be in gold, but unfortunately, well, he technically Dylan's been in gold for a couple of races now then. Sam Swift goes second fastest there because Keza has found a bunch of time here and has gone 2/10 of a second quicker. Keza had there. Of course, broke through that glass ceiling being a Grand Prix winner now. Keza has. Knowlesy, the slowest time runner so far, down in 8th position there, so Knowlesy may have to go again. Then there's a bit of gravel and pickup on those tyres, on the front tyre there of Knowlesy. So I'm wondering if he had a trip somewhere he shouldn't have done. Used Q3 used tyres first run then. Serious Bush. It's Boxstar, the championship leader then. Having a bit of a scroll on the old rear posterior then. Out of Spoon then, and we got a couple of cars in front of us. That was a Williams and a McLaren there. And flicking it through the 130R. And now coming into the chicane now. Going over the curbs and if you take too much curb, whoa, and the car is unsettled there for Boxstar. It's been a pretty untidy lap there for the championship leader, down in 7th position there. I'd love to do that time. I wouldn't even do that time if it was the cleanest lap in history there. No quality to Serious Rush. Don't worry about that, Serious Rush there. I didn't even clock a lever. But here's Brabham and the silver champion, yellow flag. Do not worry about that, folks. The yellow flag is in qualifying is mainly for drivers getting out of the way here. Through Dunlop and coming up into Degner 1. Look at this corner. Absolutely fantastic. It's so tough to get right there. Degner 2 though, of course, if you have an issue in Degner 1, Degner 2 is usually where you end up. And of course, if anyone remembers the infamous 2009 qualifying session around here where Formula 1 returned after 2 seasons away from the circuit, We had 4 red flags, did we, or something like that? Cova, I think the Cova Liner went into the fire there quite heavily, and a couple of other drivers did as well. And of course, then we also had Sebastian Buemi having one of the most untidiest crashes, and you can't really call a crash tidy, can you? But went wide here, and then just kept going into the fire there as the car was very skittish there. And just watching Brabham and yellow flags all over the circuit about there, but there's no instant where Brabham is at, as we've just gone over a Red Bull then, which has gone under the circuit, and that's one of the unique features about this Suzuka circuit and the figure of 8. Accelerating away then, coming up to the finish line now. Comes at you quite quickly, and the finish line is here. Set a third fast there for Brabham, and a whisker behind teammate Sam Swift, 5/10 a second in total. And here comes Toy Coin now. Just coming out of Spoon as well. Cam also out on the lap. So currently Cam, Raging, Cam, Ball, Troy, Coin and Percy all haven't set times yet, but they're all facing elimination from qualifying 2. Here is Toy Coin then into the final few corners now then for Toy Coin then, and just hop, skip and a jump. And accelerating up to the finish line as well. And for Toy Coin, fastest again. Toy Coin has said really this season he's had a tidy season. Toy Coin has that, and I feel that doesn't this feel like that this is the marks of potentially a future champion in ALR? It does feel like it, doesn't it? Toy Coin was one of the outstanding drivers in Formula 2 last year as well. Of course, runner up then to Troy in the end. Cam goes 6th fastest in the Aston Martin, but yeah, Toy Coin, in my opinion, there, I think that potentially is certainly a future Grand Prix winner, and well, I bet my bottom dollar on that. But I also feel that Toy Coin is potentially a future world champion in the league. Just on board then with the current champion, Percy. As we mentioned, though, Percy currently 40 points behind the championship. He has to now start to really nibble into the lead there. There's just 6 races to go in the championship there for these drivers. And what this is the shortest season. That's right, is stepping up there. Goodness gracious me, and that is not ideal at all. The Ferrari usually prancing like a horse, but unfortunately, it was shaking its booty like I do on a Saturday. Is it called the tour? Percy then just coming out of Spoon corner, then flicking it past me, then goes a run up into the 130R, which was absolutely mighty back in the day. Not too much these days, and of course with the ground effect cars and the downforce. It's not a mighty corner as it used to be. The final turn then for Percy then. This is a bit of an untidy lap as well for the world champion, and goes 4 faster still, just like was it? I can't remember. Was it Dylan that had an untidy lap as well? But 2 drivers who had a very untidy lap and still going 4th and 6th. It didn't look. It looked very action packed, didn't it? 4 to the throttle, 4 beans, and it got 4, and it got the time out of the car as well there, which I'm very impressed by. I said he's not showing full potential yet. Serious Mustard was saying then for Toy Coin. I've done Serious Mustard as Immortal's gone fast there by a whisker, 300 a second, and in front of Toy Coin at the moment. And as of course Immortal, a very quick qualifier, of course, as Immortal. I think that definitely Toy Coin has not showed his full potential yet, but I feel though that Toy Coin is certainly a champion. Commentator's cursor, unfortunately, for that, probably, knowing my luck. Unfortunately, and Toy Coin probably is grimacing when he hears us back then, as well, then, as just flying through. As Keza, not happy, though, talking to Toy Coin, because, unfortunately, unfortunately, then, for... Unfortunately, Keza, Toy Coin has dropped him now, by the looks of things. So Keza not a fan of Toy Coin at the moment as we come into the pit lane now. As Sam Swift, Green, just coming back into the pits then, just watching the Super Swede Troy. Fastest times are about to come in the next 5 minutes here, as Wes was saying, which means that the goalposts are going to change then for who's in the drop zone and who is not in the drop zone, and drivers may be caught out here. 3 3/4 minutes to go in this qualifying session now, and at the moment in the driver in danger is Legends 4 milliseconds seconds in front of Boxtel, who's down in 11th position, along with Indigo in 12th position, Nosey, Mr. Rage, and Troy. A lot of big names in the drop zone at the moment, but that is going to change and over the next couple of minutes or so, flicking it through the 130R as well then, and coming up into the triangle chicane now for car 17. And what can Troy do then? 3 minutes to go in this session, so Troy's gone quite early here then, no fuel left on the car, going third fast. Is that going to be safe? I'm not going to predict because I usually get this completely wrong. Boxtel started his lap. Dilando is also out on circuit as well. He started his lap. Troy's just finished his lap. So let's stick with Indigo. Toy Coin is happy with that performance. Back into the garage now then. And we've just got Indigo going under the crossover there. Of course, there is the bridge then. Of course, that is just coming to the 130R as well. But Indigo has backed off here. So Indigo then has backed. He's got enough time. Indigo has to go around again and set another time. Isn't a full grid tonight? Unfortunately, not Rocket League. We've had to get in. A lot of drivers from Silver have had to step in. So Vestia, Dilando, Nigel have all stepped in and really have pulled out them because unfortunately drivers that voted have not turned up, which is unfortunately. So as much as saying 18 then. We started off the session with about 16 then, so hats off to the drivers that have given up their day, given up their night to drive, and also hats off to the drivers because I doubt a lot of those drivers they may have practiced a bit in terms of getting ready for Silver, but I don't think that they probably would have practiced today because they probably a bit like me really spent a lot of time there in sleepland, haven't they really? Because they was up at 5 in the morning to watch the Grand Prix. Doing full fastest as knocked Green into the drop zone along with Legends, along with Indigo, along with Nolsey and Mr. Rage and Bull. Where's Dilando, I hear you ask that. Dilando has decided to back off and he's only got 52% of battery left there for the Williams driver. So this could be a bit tight there for Dilando. We'll keep an eye on that but before we do so, we're going to stick with Indigo. With that Haas is a bit of a mess. And I just start flicking it through and a bit through Dunlop as well. And now just going into the first. I love Degner one. I don't like it when I'm driving it, but I love watching these drivers very much attack it. It's a brilliant corner, isn't it? Goodness me. It's a corner that if you get it right, it's absolutely fantastic. If you get it wrong, you go look like Logan Sargent, unfortunately, as that was not ideal at all for Logan Sargent. Unfortunately, also crashed in practice free inside practice one as well. Williams, in terms of the chassis, apparently there's another team that doesn't have a spare chassis either, but the unfortunate thing for Williams is that they've had a lot of incidents over the past couple of weeks, haven't they? Which I probably shouldn't laugh about it because it's not ideal at all. And I think in terms of the budget cap, they have spent $2 million on crash repairs. Is what I heard the whisper in. 9/10 of a second up in the second split time for Indigo. This should be enough to get him through into qualifying free. As long as Indigo completes the lap, as long as there's no untidiness there, it looks all fine and dandy from Indigo. Out of the final turn now. Indigo across the line, 4 fast there. Whisker in front of Boxtel. Should be through, safe and sound as well. Let's take a look what the Aston Martin's doing then. Cam is a quarter of a second up in the second sector time. Now we've got a Williams behind as well of Dilando. Across the grid hatch there, and Cam goes 8 fastest there. I'm looking at the wrong car. Knowlesy's gone 7 fastest there. Good stuff for Knowlesy then. Dilando has come into the pits then. What about the other car, which I'm trying to find? And we've got Legends there currently out on circuit as well. Brabbit down in 11th position at the moment, but he comes over the brow of the hill. Does Brabbit, and Percy is on the custom, but Percy's on the lap as well. But Dilando's out. Mr. Rage is out as well, unfortunately there. But we still got Green out on circuit. We still got Legends. We still got Brabbit. We still got Percy. Cam could also be out qualifying here. Maybe Sam Swift is out here. If this could be interesting, Sam Swift is on the bubble here because he cannot improve his time. Percy then 6/10 of a second up, then flying through the 130R now as well. Oh, we're falling off my poof and into the final couple of turns. And Percy's gone very wide into the triangle chicane. Exits the triangle chicane as well. They need to give that fryer up. That is a big rubby on the open side pod. Across the line though, Percy doesn't care about that because that's clean as a whistle. He is through. And Sam Swift could be out qualifying here. Then what is Green done here? His target time for Green is a 27.3. It's not enough there. What about Legends there? He's found 7/10 of a second. Legends has that. That could be in the ballpark here. And Sam Swift has made it through by the skin of his nose cone there. Wow, that was very much there. I want to have the confidence of Sam Swift and then go through it to qualify free by just over a 10th of a second, which, to be fair, In Formula One trims, that is, well, I think it's a bit too close for comfort, isn't it? Legends out of qualifying, Cam out of qualifying, Green, Delando, and Mr. Rage and Bull all out of qualifying now. But goodness gracious me, that was very close indeed. Top three. Once again in this season, 7100 a second separates the top three. It's so close, isn't it, up at the top? We're looking at the bottom now. And the bottom is Mr. Raging Ball in 15. 14 for Delando. 13 for Green. Cam and Legends 12 for the 11th position then as we roll on into qualifying three. And it's absolutely bucking it down outside. Goodness gracious me. Oh gosh. So, yeah. Well, I'm going to have to get me Mac packed for tomorrow then, I think. Then, oh, goodness me. A bit of rain, no, never hurts anyone. And of course, unless you watch Jumanji, of course, and Robin Williams did famously say a lot can kill you. I don't know why. I always remember that. As Nas 4702 has joined us, and fantastic. Don't know who that. Don't know who him or her is there. And I'm not really sure much about it there. So well, it'd be interesting to know if they're a driver or if they're just a rogue agent. Then. Qualifying three is now coming through the field, and I think more importantly, I would like to know how many Easter eggs everyone had as well. I had 4 this year. To be fair though, 2 was a gift for fixing something at work I shouldn't have fixed, so that's why. But if I knew I was going to get, if I knew I was going to get Easter eggs for doing that, I would have, of course, tried a bit harder. Of course, and I had one for my sister as a thank you for. Basically for bailing her out, and also I had one is just a standard one as well, but I also had an Easter bonnet as well. It's like a gift basket, which was fantastic, which also included some Easter bunny ears as well. I haven't got them on at the moment because I don't want to get them sweaty, because this is going to be some sweaty business, I think, now. On the circuit, in the commentary box there, and wherever you are in the world there, of course, I hope you're having a lovely weekend as well. Unfortunately, though, it's going to be a bit of a it's a nightmare next week because I think for me and a lot of other people, it's back to a 5-day week. Indigo. Only running one horse tonight because we don't have a spare chassis, Indigo said. Ah, I see. So they've decided to go with Indigo as a spare chassis. And so, unfortunately, German, is he the Logan Sargent? Oh, goodness gracious me, that's harsh. Just watching Sam Swift, but who is just going through in the first Degners now then. I do think, though, hang on a minute, I'm not going to talk about ALR for a minute. I do think that, I do think it's quite appalling for teams not to have a spare chassis ready. Yeah, I do understand it's a major part and it's very difficult to build one up there, but I feel that that's pretty disappointing to be honest, not to have a spare chassis there. Yeah, I mean, I understand there if you've brought off 2 chassis in a weekend, which is absolutely criminal if you do these days. But if you watch any of the mid to late 90s, they use a lot of drivers use quite horrific crashes often not that. Well, even the great Michael Schumacher used to have a lot of horrific crashes in the practice and qualifying sessions. I remember he had a really bad one in the 2001 Australian Grand Prix, didn't he? Down in the, ironically, where Russell, just the corner where Russell had his crash there a couple of weeks ago, then, which of course Fernando Alonso was penalised for, which I don't know. I was surprised he got penalised there. Yeah, I think Alonso's playing a bit of games there, but I really think. I don't know. It wasn't a brake check, of course. If it's a brake check, yes, you should be penalised for that. But I don't think it was a brake check. But anyway, that's just me. I was a bit surprised that it was But yeah, I do think that all F1 teams should be able to have at least a spare chassis there so that both drivers can race there. Right then, it's Beer's first, chat second then. Rocket Lee is saying is oh no, Percy's off the circuit. Well, so I was reading Mushroom and Lee's comments there. Percy's had a spin there. I don't think this is new tyres though. We assume we cannot tell from the graphic though. That's a big assumption. As that's a bit unfortunate for Percy, the championship leader. As oh goodness me, Percy doing a bit of burning out there as well. As oh goodness, is it the Need for Speed burnout of Paradise, isn't it, or something like that? I'm not too sure. Just looking for who am I looking for? Troy is at the the man who's out who's the first man around the circuit. But I think I'm watching Sam Swift at the moment there, who very lucky to be in qualifying 3 there. Of course, is 10th per second in front of the dropper, very much in danger, but 10th per second through, just about there for Sam Swift there, which sound, to be honest, it's a quite comfortable gap from what I would say it's comfortable, is it? But it's a decent margin nonetheless. Ray should go back to race what you brought days in. Across the line there comes Sam Swift Ninja. Immortal has gone fast there on a 26.5. I don't think that's used tyres, and if it is, that's an incredible time. Indigo going second, fast running. They all stream across the line now. So it's Immortal pole position, Indigo second, Sam Swift in third position there. Good stuff indeed there, but a fantastic indeed there. Keza going through the 130R as well. And they're just coming through into the triangle chicane as well. Accelerated away then and coming up to the line then for Keza. What can he do there as he goes over the grid hatches then? Keza goes second pass. Remember Keza, the latest Grand Prix winner in Formula 1 at the moment. He's doing a great job last week. Keza has hoping to do something similar. Here's Knowles then going for the 130R as well. Have I missed someone? I think I have. I've missed the championship leader. Shocking. He's through into second pass at the moment there. 10th per second away. So these 26s, mid-26s, pretty incredible indeed there. Knowles has done a 28.6 so far, but I think that's on used compound tyres there. Used tyres, not compound, goodness me. Right, here comes Troy. Flying past me as well. Think they all have 2 runs, Sean. Then, oh, do they? Interesting then. So if they have 2 runs, then that's a set of tyres that Percy's burned through. Then here comes Troy then as well into the triangle chicane. How does Sirius Mushroom look like? It's incredible, isn't it? That's because Sirius Mushroom's a racing driver. As Troy, I thought he was going to spin there like the other Ferrari, but Troy goes full fast on 27.3. I think there's more in the piggy bank as well for the Ferrari driver. Troy caught in second fast there at 26.5. And look at that time then. 200 a second away from a water, and has somehow squeezed himself into the Alpine sandwich. And Toy Coin is the meat in the Alpine sandwich. Incredible stuff. Here comes the silver champion of Rabbit. Which bronze and DQ1 to DQ3 makes it more interesting? Be boring for me, Serious Russian says. To be honest, we used to do Q1, Q2, Q3 for bronze and silver as well, but we did cut it down because, mainly for music. As the older I get, you see, the less time I can spend to talk there, because I'm getting old, which is very disappointing for you. Oh, Tottenham Forest. Nottingham Forest has beaten Tottenham have beaten Nottingham Forest. Goodness gracious me. To be honest, actually, I thought that was going to be on. I thought that was going to be on Ford Super Sunday. Ford Super Sunday, it's not been called up here. I thought it was going to be on Super Sunday, but unfortunately it wasn't, was it? They just had one game today. Unfortunately, I slept through that game because I was tired. I'm glad I slept through it as well because I probably would have been raging. Rabbit going wide there. His time is okay, but I looks at things. So the track has not gone red on the right hand side, so Rabbit should be fine and dandy. But that's not the ideal racing line. I think that Rabbit did. That's a South Policing turn there, is it? Of course, what I mean by that is you can't gain time from running wide there. These times are mint, Serious Russian was saying. They certainly are indeed 26.5 for our current pole sitter. What does that compare to last year, I hear you ask? Last year we had a 130.3 by Troy. I wonder if that's because 4 seconds quicker. Goodness gracious me. I'm wondering if we had a bit of rain there, because the year before we had a 28.5 from Boxtown. And then the year before that, we had a 27.6 by Blaze. So these times are incredibly quick, aren't they? In the ground effect here. Very impressive stuff indeed. Out of the final turn now. And Rabbit goes 7 fast moments. And on McLaren, row 4 then. So let's take stock. It is Immortal pole position. Immortal's been on pole position once this season, about 4 times in his career, maybe 5. I haven't looked. And then Toy Coin currently on the second row of the grid from second pass. And third position is Boxstar with Keza in fourth. Once again, Keza ever consistent. That has been his MO. Troy in fifth position with Indigo in 6th. He's out on circuit now. 4 minutes to go for Indigo. Rabbit has gone 7 fast. Rabbit looking very good on the driver's circuit there. That just shows the talent of the man. Sam Swift in 8th position there. Currently the man who's second in the World Championship. Down in 8th there, Sam Swift. He must have made a mistake. He'll go again. Knowles in 9th position, and Percy in 10th. We're on board the World Champion as well. Out of the triangle chicane. Hold on to your hats, everyone. Make sure you're all saddled up because this is going to be a cracking on board lap. Over the grid hatch as well into turn 1 and 2. It looks like a cul-de-sac here. The entry put this turn 1 is just an entry point into turn 2. I jump down into 4th gear, then going on the curve. Do not go too hard on the curve there because you'll be off. And now into the S as well. And lead with us then as you go from right to left to right, right to left. And I don't really know where I'm going. But luckily Percy does that. Very good stuff indeed. Sam definitely has another run. Serious Rush was saying that he certainly does that. And now into the Degnas. Here's Degna 1. Wow, incredible stuff. What commitment for the champion. Degna 2 on the curb and not going as wide as Brabham. I think the Brabham has a couple of tenths in his pocket. Into the Kobayashi hairpin, which is not the Kobayashi hairpin. And of course does not hug the does not go too he does not want to go too tight to the hairpin, of course, as the driver's like it's off camera so you can go a bit wider than that standard hairpin. Up into the spoon corner as well, then flicking it in now, then dropping down 2 gears to 5th gear then before getting back on the power as well. Do not run wide here because again it's South Policing. And now as we go up into coming into the 130 as well, over the support grid, which I don't even know whichever grid support grid has that 130R easy flap. Incredible, not even dull, not even done under the power into the triangle chicane there. And goodness me, then of course you've got to keep it neat and tight, that triangle chicane. And very fiddly that chicane is then out of the final turn. And Percy coming across the line. Percy goes third fastest there. And he is on the second row of the grid. Percy is for the world champion is, but it is pressure time now for Percy. Is that he needs a good result here tonight to keep himself in the championship hunt, I feel. Hold on, Knowles is in qualifying 3, so for a second. Yes, he is indeed. Then. And Nosey popped up. We missed the lap one in Q2 whilst Nosey popped a time on the board then whilst we was talking about Boxtown. Which so good stuff indeed there for Knowles then getting through into qualifying through. I think he finished 8th in the end in that session. And here comes Indigo. Now just going out the spoon corner as well, flicking past it as well, then going up the brow of the hill. There he is, and goodness gracious me, there peaks over the top of the hill, then purple in sector 2, 5 tenths of a second up there. That's a 27 flat at the moment, and that is Indigo's target at the moment. It's a 27 flat, which are pulling for 6 on the grid. But I think Indigo, let's see what he can do. There's definitely more time in the piggy bank now for Indigo. Out the front turn, clipping the grass, and there's 27.8, there's 6 passes there for Indigo. And Indigo is on the 3rd row of the grid. Then Keza is currently sharing the row with Indigo at the moment. Good gracious me. Sam Swift then 5 points in front of 5 points behind Boxtown at the moment. Then is Sam Swift, and he wants to take the lead in the World Championship, which will be the first time he does it this season. Boxtown's had the championship literally since the get-go this season, but recently Boxtown very much, he's been ever present. Boxtown, he's not had a DNF. He has scored in every single race Boxtown has said. However, the last couple of races, he's only scored 23 points in Saudi Arabia. Of course, Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi, and Australia. Only 23 points there for Boxtown. He hasn't been back on the podium since the Italian Grand Prix for Boxtown. So pressure on for the championship leader. While Sam Swift has very much been putting the pressure on, hasn't he? With second position last month, but he has also. But overall, Sam Swift has only scored 25 points though in the last 3 races as well. Then, so the championship protagonists have not scored the maximum points they've needed in the last couple of races, and hopefully that Easter break has helped the drivers, or maybe it's hindered them. 26.8 only P6. Wow, seriously, yeah, I'm absolutely beside myself with that, baby, because I thought that 26. That 26.8, I would have thought that would have put him at quite the upper region of the times there as well. Sam Swift out the front turn, and this is a good lap there. Is enough for pole position? It is indeed! And it's a 26.3 for Sam Swift Ninja. And that could be his 4th pole position of his career in ALR. Immortal across the line there, and only 2nd there for Immortal. My word then. And out the front turn there, that's Knowlesy going 8 fastest then for Knowlesy. I think the Knowlesy will be quite happy with that then, but let's see, because Brabbit is not going to have a lap then. Boxtown, what's he got in the locker then? Out of the triangle chicane there for Boxtown. Whoa, a bit squirmy on the exit here. Has he done enough? I don't think he's done enough there. He goes 5th fastest, Boxtown. That's not ideal, because he's going to, if they finish how they start, he will be 2nd in the World Championship, and Samson will take it in the championship for the first time in his career. My word. So just watching Troy 4-10, so second up Troy is he'll be around Knowlesy's time now. Let's see if Troy's got anything left in the gas tank there. And yes, what an incredible final sector! Full fast up, qualified his championship championship under 10. Toy guy is on pole position there for the Japanese Grand Prix. What a performance there for Toy Coin, and once again he pulls it and rabbit out of the hat there. And that's a second pole position there for Toy Coin this season, and the second pole position in a row as well. Like in Australia, Toy Coin is on pole position, and that break week has not deterred Toy Coin at all. His third pole position of his career. He had one last season. He has added to that collection here tonight. Fantastic stuff indeed. I've given myself a stitch, but Toy Coin, the headliner tonight, with pole position and for the Japanese Grand Prix by 82 hundredths of a second. I thought Sam Swift was clear there, but he certainly wasn't, was he? Toy Coin, an incredible lap there indeed. Fantastic. Right, a few words from our sponsors.
BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Welcome back, everyone, then to the Japanese Grand Prix. Senna, of course, a former racing driver with us, Grand Prix drivers. Damn, you got sponsors now. We do indeed. We actually have to act professional, don't we? Oh, good heavens! But pro racers, Sarah's much as saying then. Certainly are for the drivers on the grid. Then, as you can see, it's beautiful sunshine out here. Of course, Japan is quite synonymous of rain every now and again. Then, with of course, we've had a couple of typhoons as well, where qualifying's had to be run during the race day as well. I think 2004 it happened, didn't it? And then it happened in 2010. Did it happen in 2019 or 18? Something like that, didn't it? Goodness gracious me. Long time no see then, Persona. Indeed, then, of course, time flies when you're having fun then. As Don of the Dons is on the grid then, so goodness me, I don't recognise that name at all, but on soft tyres there for the second Haas driver. So Indigo lied to me then. Haas do have a spare chassis. Sam Swift has gone soft tyres. The top 5 has gone hard. Percy has gone medium, as Percy is really going to have to fight now. He's down in 6th position, which doesn't sound like he's too far away, but the pressure's on for Percy tonight. Really very much a pressure cooker for Percy and for Keza as well, because Keza's also involved in the championship, I say, as is Toy Coin, especially if the top 2 has issues there. Let's go for the grid. And it is going to be Toy Coin, his third pole position of his career, is second in a row. Toy Coin, is Immortals off the circuit there. Sam Swift is alongside on row 1, but Sam Swift, the long drag down into turn 1, is going to help with the soft tire allocation there. Third position is Immortal on the Haas Alpine. Fourth is Keza, goodness me, it's lack of sleep, guys, sorry. Fifth position is Troy, sixth position is Percy. Boxtown in 7th, and that is not good for Boxtown, isn't there? The World Championship leader on the hard tyres, of course, his championship rival Sam Swift could take it in the championship. This will be the first time this season that Boxtown's not led it. Indigo in 8th position on the hard tyres, and Knowlesy on medium, along with Barrett on medium as well. 9th and 10th position. Legend in 11th on medium tyre, and Mercedes, and Cam in 12th on the hard. Green 13th on the medium, with Delando in 14th on the medium. Mr. Raging Bull 15th, Equal 16th, Vessier 17th, Nigel 18th. Thank you very much to Vessier, to Nigel, to Delando as well for jumping in at the very last minute there with literally no practice there to help us out. Thank you very much. Ultra, this is the first time we've seen BT10 Ultra. Let's see what this racing driver can do. And just now getting ready for the start of the race as well. And we've also got Don of the Dons. I don't know who that is, so we'll keep an eye. Right, thank you very much to Camera Racer as denoted, 10, but denoted. I don't know. Give us some £10. Right. By the way, hats off to Knowles as well, because we got told off by YouTube for using for copyright or something like that. So and unfortunately stopped all our gifts and all that kind of stuff. Which, I mean, as far as said, how are we meant to make money? To be honest, so I think that well, Don of the Donsk is, I must say, he's doing a Giancarlo Fisichella there, and unfortunately doesn't know how to park his car. But of course, if Fisichella can do it, three-time Grand Prix winner, then anyone can do it as well. We're waiting for those lights. There they are. We have 3, we have 4, we have 5. The Japanese Grand Prix will be go. No. Drive-through penalty for Delando, but let's go. And Sam Swift has already sprinted off his box and taken the lead into turn 1. The soft tires have been perfect. And Immortal's in third position. So you have a look there. There's a Troy on the inside there. Percy's doing 6th position. Well, then is there any instance there? Or I think done a better job than them. They have done a better job than Albon and Ricardo earlier on this morning there. But goodness gracious me. And Sam Swift using those soft tires as a backside. It's going to be sprinting away now. Isn't it? Goodness gracious me. And flicking now into the Dunlop there, as seriously said, Don of the Dons is Kaz. Thank you very much. But unfortunately, Kaz there, who should not have a problem parking his car, has had an issue there. Into the second Degna then. And now here comes that person into the hairpin as well then, but Sam Swift's already got a second. Look at that. Sam Swift is absolutely flown away. Remember, next season we'll have the DRS available at the end of the first lap, of course. But that is such a big blow then for Delando, a drive-through penalty already. And just taking a look at the winners and losers from the opening lap here. Not many changes there, have we? But Delando's dropped down 3 positions there because the issues there for Delando with drive-through penalties there. But look at that, 1.25 seconds already there. Just watching Percy currently on the medium tires there. Troy going to help his teammate out here because technically Percy is on the quicker tire there. Troy Coyne now, who is kind of holding everyone up at the moment, isn't he? But of course, he's just trying to get those tires up to temperature. That one completed as the gap is a second and a quarter there. Look at Sam Swift. He's absolutely flying out there. He's got a job to do tonight, Sam Swift does. He wants to lead the World Championship coming out of Japan then. That is the aim then for... Well, that is the aim there for Sam Swift, just on board now with for Moulton. Now we're just watching Troy, who's all over the gearbox there. I think that doesn't it feel great to see Troy back up there? Been in the wilderness this season, the Super Sweethearts on board now with the former world champion. Then of course Ferrari had a super team of the last 2 seasons champions there. Of course, Troy season 8 champion, season 9 champion of Percy. Unfortunately, the Ferrari team have really struggled, haven't they, so far? As this is a goodness gracious me. I've seen Serious Rush's comment there, but Kaz parking. Right, we'll read out the comments in just a few moments. But look, before we do, and goodness me, I've got the telemetry on. That's shocking. Right, you just got Sam Swift on, but before I turn that telemetry off, he had a lot of errors to play with. Sam Swift doesn't need to use the errors, does it? Because of course he is going to be, he's just going to be using the tire effect at the moment there, so he fly passes as well. Percy in 5th position still. So the Ferraris have made some progress there, but I think Percy would like to have been a bit further on the field there. Lap 2 on 27 here. It is a brutal old circuit, this one is. If you're going to go off, you're going to go off in a big way, and there we are expecting potentially a safety car if you go off in a big way there. Samson is the fast up the race head. Ultra down in 18th for this one now. Just got passed by the first ever ALR champion of Nigel in 17th, and this is a bogey track though for Nigel. Every memory I have of Nigel seems to always involve an incident around here. Cam is up to 11th position, passes Legendaries down to 12th position. Next target for Cam is Knowlesy and Brower, but both drivers on the medium compound tyres here. Samson is found now 3/10 a second on this lap then. Found 4/10 a second on this lap then. Of course, the first sector absolutely sprinting away at the moment is Sam Swift. And at the moment though, it is Immortal who's under the cosh here from Troy, who's all over the gearbox now. looking into the second Degner set. Of course, remember, we do mention there's going to be incidents there, but of course, they're not probably pushing it 100% at the moment. They've all gone into tire management phase now, apart from Sam Swift, who is certainly living up to his name again there with a very swift start. Literally got off of the second P2 so quickly there, steamed away. Perfect, something off was in Debrikov. I think it was Sparks there. But Troy will be using the DRS. Only one DRS to take the zone, and that is down into turn 1 over the start finish as well. Troy having the slipper, but I'm also there. There's just blocking that inside curve there into the 130 yard, and one of the best overtaking moves you'll ever see was, of course, from Fernando Alonso on Michael Schumacher back in 2005 when Schumacher was the defending world champion. One of the best Japanese Grand Prix you'll ever see. A brilliant race that was after a rain-affected qualifying session there. Over the grid hatch as well, and Troy has had a bit of a nightmare coming out of the triangle chicane, and now Percy's having a sniff there, but nothing doing just yet. Yellow flag at the back of the field. It's Mr. Rage off the circuit where Montoya crashed there, and unfortunately Mr. Rage has gone off, and I'm not sure, I can't see from this high camera angle if there is damage on, that looks all fine and dandy there. There's Dilando who needs a safety car now, doesn't he? Now then, as the tyre band is starting to be shrunken now, because the gap is was down to 1.8 seconds, but now it's back up to 1.9 as we're dealing in tenths and millimeters in Formula 1. Lovely shot of the crossover there, fantastic. But here is Percy. Now Percy seems to have now started to find his way here in this race. But as we keep mentioning, Percy 40 points behind the championship there. Keza is also adjusted as well, but as the ground starts to count down, it starts to get more and more difficult then for Keza, for Toycoin, and for Percy to be involved in the championship hunt then. Percy did mention in the interview last time out that he's not sure if he's involved in the championship this time then. Just watching Percy, who's going over the brow of the hill now then, and you can see, and look at that then, is Indigo Immortal having a look then, just having a slip out, and he's going this way, that way. Is Toycoin going to, no, Toycoin does not go defensive into the triangle chicane, but at the moment it's all very static at the moment up and down the field, so I think it's a battle waiting game then as Sam Swift, and just to say that, here comes Immortal then, and DRS available, both Ferraris are going into combat as well. And there are both Ferraris on the outside goals. It's Troy. It's Percy. And having a look there. And, oh my gosh, there's almost contact between the two teammates. And good heavens above us. Well, one of the biggest sins you can make in Grand Prix races is taking out your teammate there. But both Ferraris are very close. And goodness gracious me, getting very stressful, I'm sure, from Fred Vassar's viewpoint on the pit and gantry. So, Indy, look at that. Immortal is absolutely flown away now. 3-second penalty for Brabant, as that is the first penalty of the race there, unfortunately, for the silver champion. Brabant is as that's disappointed. Accelerating now the hairpin now then, as now Sam Swift then is now being reeled in ever so slightly. Cam is past Brabant, but Brabant is not having any. But then there's got a bit of wheel banging here coming out of Spoon Corner. Where are they? There they are, but Cam is through, passes Brabant, and having a 10th position now then. So now Cam is now starting to find his feet on those tyres. Oh, my word. Fantastic indeed then. Justified, let's go Ultra. And of course at the moment Ultra is up in the 16th position. Ultra has gone up 4 positions there. Good stuff indeed there. So Kaz is Donna Don's then. Unfortunately Kaz, sadly for Kaz, said he might be remembered for this race at this moment anyway, for his really bad parking. Serious pressure. Should have noticed it was Kaz by his parking, Sean. Then yes, that is probably that is the comment of the day. I think fantastic stuff indeed. I'm going to say the softs might be a mistake. Serious pressure was saying there. Only 2 drivers gone onto the soft tires. But at the moment, no, it's Sam Swift then who's looking very happy at the head of the field there. I was thinking then, do you reckon that Sam Swift went soft maybe because he thought it might have been a tactical advance? So vintage. Sam, I'm really embracing the spirit. Sam really embracing the spirit of Max Verstappen. Guy's on fire. He is indeed. Oh no! And Nigel's not, no, it's off the circuit goes Nigel. Recovering now down in 19th position there. So I'm sure doing his very best Max Verstappen impression here. as Brabant is also off the circuit as well here. Goodness gracious me, that's off in the second deck now. No damage has been done then, so there's been, well, I'd say minor offset, but they've lost an abundance amount of time here though. Nigel and Brabant have, unfortunately. And indeed, then it's just watching Sam Swift at 2.5 seconds up the road. I'm impressed of how quick he still is on these soft tyres there. Serious Russian thought it was a mistake that, and I was wondering if it might be because he was waiting for an early safety car, but at the moment, there's not been an early safety car. Now with Toy Coin and of course pole set in the last two Grand Prix all over the back of Immortal. And you just seen a flash at the Papaya McLaren. There he is up the road. Sam Swift then, as it stands, will take the lead in the Drivers' Championship. And look at that. We've got a lot of defending there from Keza. And it's really trying to break off the slipstream now. Of course, no overtaking now going down his turn one. Ferrari again then fighting, and I must admit that I was actually flicking down to look at the overtake mid-pack there, but then I noticed the two Ferraris side by side, and Percy once again cannot get past Troy, and of course Troy has got no obligation to let his teammate through here, hasn't he? Troy now is very much the first time this season I feel that Troy has really got the bit between his teeth, as we're seeing the old Troy here at the moment. It's fantastic to see from the Ferrari driver. And flying through, Ultra's not through. Nigel is off the circuit then in the S's. And oh goodness me, and that's a big crash there, and that's a safety car here. And now then, that's the Sam Swift on the soft tyres, and that gamble may have paid off. But I'm wondering, is it going to go to hard tyres here, or is it going to be medium tyres? And well, it'd be a long shot if he goes on the medium tyres. Nigel out of the Grand Prix, unfortunately. So that is a big blow then for Nigel. As I mentioned, I mentioned it for the third time. I'm going to mention it for the fourth time. Then, of course, this is Nigel's bogey track there. Hats off to Nigel for helping us out tonight. However, some drivers are not going to be liking this, that safety car. This is an old school circuit, and this circuit, of course, if you go off, you're going to go off in a big way around here. So just on board then, so who's in the pits? Sam Swift's in the pits, Immortal's in the pits, and they're all in the pits, and oh no! Percy's in the pits, and goodness me! And this is not ideal at all, because look at this, Percy's got off the queue, Boxall has taken the lead, then everyone else has stayed, has come into the pits here, and Boxall has taken the lead, but this is a nightmare for Percy, this is horror show for the champion, and oh my gosh, that's an unsafe release for the Ferrari, and Percy's down in 12th position, it might be 11th actually, because that's a Williams in the pits there, but Percy's 10th, but that is a horror show for the Ferrari driver. Oh goodness gracious me. So that is not good at all. Everyone has come into the pits apart from Boxtel. Boxtel has stayed out then. Oh, Ferrari won't like this, and Serious Musher is saying they certainly haven't. And that's a painful experience there for Percy. Down in 10th position at the championship, the world champion. That is not ideal at all. Boxall leads so. Second is Sam Swift there. Everyone has got medium tyres then. Who went from hard to medium here. So they've all swapped positions here. Percy's got past Cam. What's happened to Cam? Of course, an overtaken on the safety car unless someone is going ridiculously slow or someone's off the circuit. Oh, that's very good question. And rain is likely to continue then until 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, fantastic. Don't know why my phone buzz tell me that, so that's very rude of you. I don't know, I'd shut that off to be honest. This damn contraption. Yeah, I feel that Cam must have gone off the circuit somewhere because no overtaken under the safety car. So driver's got a 3-second penalty, another driver's got a 3-second penalty. Take a look at the progress of drivers then. Ultra up into 14th position. Good stuff indeed there from Ultra on the debut today. Brabant, unfortunately, just dropping down the order down to 15th. Brabant, a tough start here. This one, Cam was made up a couple of positions while now into 10th position. And now we've got, you're just watching Boxstar, who now leads this race, has not pitted. The only driver not to pit then. When you go against the grain then, it does feel, I've got to be honest, you do have a bad feeling in the pit of your stomach, don't you, when everyone else is pitted, you haven't. But Boxtal, I wonder if Boxtal is feeling then, because he was behind his teammate, Immortal. Percy, he would have had the same issues Percy had. He wasn't right behind his teammate, but he would have lost time still because the mechanics have to get back in position, get the second pair of tyres ready, second set of tyres ready, which would have still hurt Boxtel. That is why, and I think that might be one of the reasons why Boxtel stayed out there. Medium guys might go back in for hearts if they have any. Serious Mushroom is saying. So, Serious Mushroom, are you telling me that the mediums won't get to the end there? Oh, my word. To be fair, I wasn't sure either. Well, I'm not sure about anything to us. Can the hard tires get to the end from here is my question. Goodness gracious me. But I think you only get one set. Serious Mushroom is saying that. Yeah, so the medium runners then, if they put their hard tires back on, they would have already done about 8 laps, wouldn't they? But there is big questions about the medium tires getting to the end from here on in. I think there's going to be a stretch, isn't it? I don't think they can get the tires to the end. I've got real bad cramp in my left buttocks. Ow! Oh gosh, I think it's just the, I don't know, I think it's my body telling me that that I've been awake far too long, because normally I'm like a sloth. I move like a sloth, I sleep like a sloth, I even sound like a sloth there. I basically don't do a lot of anything, and I've got to say, my body clock is probably absolutely, no, it's not very good. No, I think they'll be okay, so I saying, oh, so the Serious Mushroom brings the medium tires to get to the end, and that's a very interesting development here. If that is the case, then do we think then the Sam Swift there? I must admit, he's looking quite incredible, isn't it? On their onboard box now. Safety car should be in, and this up there is Donna Dons, or aka Kaz then. So, of course, Serious Mushroom, best quote of the night then. We should have been able to tell it was Kaz because of his parking. But by the way, as I said before, we'll be interested to find out. Serious Mushroom saying the safety car's sitting in this up. But as I said about Kaz's parking, if Fizzy Keller, a 3-time Grand Prix winner, a Renault driver, a Jordan driver, Force India driver, and then basically a Ferrari driver. He's driven loads of different cars, hasn't he? Benetton as well, Fizzy Keller has an and Minardi. So of course, Giancarlo Fisichella, an absolute legend of the sport, I feel. Right. It's very difficult to overtake around here. No DRS until lap 11, or just the end of lap 11. Then I love this shot, by the way. I think we need to add this then to maybe some graphics or something. On the final turn. He's gone. We'll go again then. And of course, had a bit of a rolling start here. But the Sam Swift is all over the gearbox now. And look at Boxtel, a bit of weaving now. Of course, you don't weave in the braking, so you should be fine. But Boxtel defending then for all he's worth here. Percy's already passed Cam and back up into 8th position. Albeit I thought he's already passed him then as they go into the S's here. Then. But look at us and Boxtel, Ninja, followed by Immortal, followed by Toy Coin. I think the rest of the grid is going to be quite happy that Boxtel's up, because they might be able to hold up Sam Swift, who has been very quick, has he, so far, but he's now on the steps, harder tire than everyone else, but going for it, and he's taken it as he then box out on the inside, but Sam Swift on the outside. What an incredible manoeuvre there for Sam Swift, and has taken the lead in the Japanese Grand Prix, and Immortals through as well. And what if that's a bit of team play from the Alpine on the inside there for Toy Coin there, and he's going to have a better run. Box out could be swamped here, unfortunately, on these old tires there, and now here comes the rest of the field. Toy Coin on the outside then. Troy on the outside as well. Boxed out down into 5th finish then. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh my goodness, gracious me. Why Boxed out not pit then? Because he got, that's unfortunate. Now Kansas on the first one. And I do think that it's unfortunately been a bit of a sinking game now for a Boxed out on the inside for Table. Wow, incredible bravery from everyone up and down. And here comes Percy on the inside, takes up 7th finish and passes Boxed out. And oh dear, Boxed out is going to be open for another safety car, because when you look at that, now Boxed out started on finish, and he has been absolutely swamped on that opening lap. Then it's very difficult to overtake on this circuit. Boxtel has gone from 1st to 9th there, which I'm absolutely surprised by, but just shows new tires is the factor in this one. On board a Swift, Ben, who leads there with Immortal 2nd, Toy Coin 3rd, Troy is in 4th position, Keza, Indigo, followed by Percy, Cam, Boxtel, who is now holding up Knowles then with Equals, Ultra, followed by Legend, Brabbit, Bessier, Green, Dilando, Dons, and also we've got Mr. Raging Bull, who's in the pits, and so Raging Bull's had an issue, unfortunately, on soft tyres now. Raging Bull is, and it's Knowles all over the gearbox, the championship leader. Oh goodness gracious me, as Serious Rush said that Boxtel did the same in the last race as well. Oh goodness me, then of course this World Championship then is about decisions, isn't it? It's those two decisions then from last race and this race going to come back to haunt Boxtel. We'll find out then, but it's a tough one, but then of course he didn't want to be held up by his team. made. But also up to 9th position there. Boxtel down into 10th there. Ultra in 11th, and then who's gone wide there? I think that was Equals and Legends also out of fight as well. And now here comes Ultra now in the 10th position there. Boxtel down into 11th, and it's a horror show for the championship leader. And as it stands at the moment, he is going to very much lose the championship leader. Equals is through as well, up into 11th position there. Boxer down to 12th. Samson to set the fast side race. A lot of battling going on between Legends and Brabbit there. And now we've also got the second Mercedes and Vessia also involved in this battle as well. DRS has now been enabled. I thought Boxer was going to be able to hold out and not drop ever so slightly just until the DRS came into play, but that has not been the case at all. Vessia up the inside there. Brabbit on the outside here. And goodness gracious me, then these two going out. These two like fighting side by side then. And Brabbit now into, Vessia in the 14th position there. Of course, those as Vesser up in the 15th, Brabbit down into 15th position there. If you get the cut of my jib, which I would be surprised if you do, because that information just told you it's complete and utter boulder dash there. Sam Swift, Immortal, Toy Coin, followed by Troy, followed by Keza, followed by Indigo. Percy on the harder tyre at the moment then. There is Percy, but of course the drivers around him on the medium tyres, but one of the medium tyres do not seem to be a phase in the race at the moment, and potentially, as it stands, the new championship leader of the new championship leader as well of Gold then on board now with Immortal then, of course. So as Immortal is 6th and 2nd at the moment, there is, look at that then, that's the top 8 then. We just seen in one shot then over the brow of the hill now. Knowlesy is about a second away then. There is Knowles in the background. He's out of DRS, but at the moment Knowlesy should not be worrying about the fend then. Here comes Immortal having a look then. Legend has got past Boxtel. Boxtel's well on the points and down in 13th position. Boxtel and one retirement so far. Nigel, that brought the safety car as we're coming up to half distance in this race there. Great run off of the triangle chicane there. Knowlesy has set the pass up the race, incredible. Troy's through, up the inside, passes Toy Coin and on the podium there. And Troy, it's really good to see Troy coming on a great race, isn't it? And now then we've got Ultra now into the top 10 as well. Ultra, as we heard that last points for Ultra. Well, he's done that before. We've even got halfway through this race. Great drive from Ultra, and very much a position driving at the moment. Mr. Raging Bull has got the fast on race on the 29 on a set of soft tyres on board with Kessler. Just on board then is the stupid little glitchy for anyone that keeps freezing on my end, and that is fine for me. Oh goodness me! I hope it's you, Rocket Lee. I hope it's you, Rocket Lee. Oh dear. I can't have any more stress like that. Okay, I'll hopefully refresh it and see if it fixed it. I think mine's okay as well. It looks okay, but having said that, I'm sat in the drive-through at the moment then, so. Yes, mainly because I don't want to cause myself any burn. I don't like getting burned with unnatural light, of course. Right, now as we, of course, I'm a vampire. Now then, back at the front of the field, then, of course, last time out, though, Samsung got such a good run out of the chicane here that he just waltzed away. And has he done the same again? This time it's not as extreme. And now here comes Immortal, and Immortal's going for it. He's going for the lead here alongside, and he takes the lead then and passes Sam Swift and into the lead. Then we got a new leader here it's Sam Swift got up the inside there, and of course we got a new leader here in Japan then on lap 14. And of course we've had two Alpines in play, and then we had Sam Swift, but now we got the second Alpine leader, and here comes Troy, and Troy wants to put pressure now. Yeah, he's fixed it. Thank goodness for that. Oh goodness me, I was sweating profusely there, Rocket. Oh, I've also swallowed my tongue as well almost. And now just watching on board now with Troy, just going under the crossover. And Troy is at the moment now. Where's the second Ferrari? I hear you. I said Percy down in 7th position. Where's the championship leader? I hear you. I said down in 16th position because Boxstar has not pitted yet. And of course, he's still on the tyres. He started the race on, and Boxstar. It looks like it's a really bad decision for Boxstar. And unfortunately, it's not looking good at all now, is it, for the championship leader? Boxstar is scoring every single race so far this season, but the points have been getting less and less. And now at the moment, he is not going to be the first time this season as the championship leader. Boxstar is looking to score on round 12 of this 17-round World Championship. Sam Swift then all over the gearbox of Immortal. Sam Swift then could take the lead in the World Championship then here at round 12 out of 17 then, and goodness gracious me, Ultra back in in front of Equals before he even got to DRS there. And here comes Sam Swift, then takes the lead once again. The McLaren driver does, passes Immortal, retakes the lead. Then Percy getting past Immortal as well. Getting past Indigo, I should say. Then Ultra also into 10th position there in that Red Bull. Good stuff. Now Troy all over the bike of Immortal here. So Immortal has not had a very good sector at all. Sam Swift is now 5/10 of a second up the road here. Lap 15 out of 27 here. Then Geordie will be rapid when he does pit, but that is too much work then. But I think he's left too much work, says Sarah Rusher. I was trying to read it whilst my phone's upside down there, which is not a very good thing to do, but yes, I think you're right. Sarah Rusher said that Boxtel will be quick on this final when he does pit, but unfortunately, yeah, he's got too much work to do, I think, now, as the championship leader, so, oh dear, I don't think it's the... he will save the car now. I think it's just not going to be in Boxstar's favour, is it? Unfortunately, that is a huge blow for Boxstar in the championship. Sam Swift, even on the hard tyres, has just disappeared off into the distance here. Immortal is now out of DRS range, so it's going to be a battle. It could be a battle for second here because Sam Swift on the lesser, quicker tyre at the moment. On the not so quicker tyre, but is more durable compared to the drivers around him. It's on the quicker tyre, but will degrade quicker. But he's just already disappeared off down the road here. And now we have got Toy Coin, and who I'm not sure if he's getting too defensive, to be honest with you. But we've got an almighty scrap for the final point in between Ultra and Equals. And Equals is back through and up into 10th position. Equals is at Ultra down into 11th. Legend has passed his teammate. We've got an incredible battle for 12, 13, and 14, which could turn into points in this race. It's not all over yet, then, is there? Anything can happen in this Grand Prix race, and it usually does, as the great Mario Walker says that. Always go fresh tyres, Sarah's Mushroom is saying now. I think that you have to agree with the Mushroom here, don't you? Because it's a horror show for Boxstar. Down in 17th position. His championship rival will now be leading the championship by 20 points then. Going into the final 6 or final 5 rounds of this World Championship then. It doesn't sound like a lot then. You got 25 points for a win then, so it is not a lot, but that is still crucial, isn't there, at this stage? And with only 5 rounds to go, and Boxstar led this championship since the get-go. And all of a sudden, it is not looking good at all for Boxstar at this moment in time. And not looking good for Percy either, isn't there? 40 points back to the current defending champion there. Unfortunately for Percy, on not being able to respond at the moment. And this will be the first time in ALR history that we're going to have 2 different champions on the same game. Of course, the last 2, every time we've had double world champions, have we? Hang on, is that right? I've been up. Oh, I'll have a look at that in a bit. Troy leads. Troy's up into second position now, passes Immortal. And now, what a drive from Troy, by the way. And I feel that this has been Troy's strongest race of the season so far. And brilliant indeed. Ultra's having a great debut. He is indeed, isn't he? Ultra been superlative, hasn't he, in that Red Bull? Fantastic performance for Ultra. Really impressive indeed. Troy has been very impressive as well. They're on board with Troy now. Can he hunt down Sam Swift? With just 10 laps to go in this Japanese Grand Prix, this is going to get very interesting indeed. And it's now coming out of the hairpin and accelerating away then. So what has Troy got left in the piggyback? But he's just already dropped Immortal, and Immortal's starting to struggle with race pace here. A big Boxstar, I wonder if he might think about going on soft tyres now till the end of the race, but it's very difficult now for Boxstar. He's about 8 to 10 seconds away from the points. That's just from the points alone. Oh dear, as Serious Russian said, also having a good debut. And unfortunately, he's now got a 3-second penalty there. So that's Serious Russian's fault. As I always like getting the Mushroom in trouble on the inside there for Toy Coin. Not quite though. As maybe he might have been a day late and $1 short there for Toy Coin, but he does have DRS now, and I'm wondering then if Immortal is so quick, isn't he? But do you think he's quick, but then really eats into his tyres? I'm not sure about that hypothesis, to be honest, because of course, remember Immortal, one of the best 100% drivers that we have ever seen in ALR, of course, absolutely dominating that first season, but Ultra back into the top 10 now. I've also got a lot of battling then, as Delando is off the circuit. Delando out of the Grand Prix. I think that I'm not sure. I think he's in the pits. So Delando out of the race there. So we're down to 18 runners and riders there. Going into the second Degner now, and Troy is now all over the back of Sam Swift here. Goodness gracious me! I'm not saying anything about about, of course, yes, I will curse him then. The Meads will make the problems going to the end there. We'll have problems going to the end there. Says Cameron. I apologise, I completely butchered your comment there. But in my defence, I've had a really bad night's sleep, of course, with Formula One and all that kind of stuff. I'm a ginger that needs a lot of beauty sleep there, about 23 and a half hours. Watching Troy who's now pushing the race here now. Troy, of course, remember Troy is, I think, might be a specialist here, is he? As why wouldn't he be? This a driver circuit for Troy. This a driver circuit, and of course, why wouldn't Troy be a specialist around here? And now that he is caught to the back, and into the pits comes Immortal. So problems for Immortal. He's got damage there, and here comes Troy. He takes the lead in the Japanese Grand Prix into turn one. Then that's two retirements here. Immortal in the pits, and so both Alpine cars may not be scoring points, and then the constructors leaders here. Goodness gracious me. Yeah, I think the mediums will pit. And well, then one has come to the pits then, which is Immortal here. So, yes, and not much. So Sam Swift then got on the medium tires. The other drivers then started on hard and went on to mediums. They didn't really have much of a choice, did they? And Troy leads with Sam Swift second. Troy caught in third position there. So out of the pits now comes Immortal, and he's got in front of Boxer. That's how much Boxer's lost time. He's a pit stop behind his rivals here. Oh dear, oh dear. As Camero says, he don't think Camero says that the mediums may not pit, but they will be very much past their MOT life at the end of this one. On board with personnel Troy. I don't think Troy's actually won a race. He's nice to that, but goodness me, he's leading as well. Then with just 8 rounds, just 8 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Troy, what a superlative race it has been so far from the Super Swede. And yes, I'm going to say it then. Troy, this has been Troy's best result, best race of his campaign this season. It's been good to see, as if for Troy, I had wondered in the last 2 weeks as Troy found something. Maybe it's just the track, sir. Maybe it's just the track though, because I think every time I remember seeing Troy around here, he's been very special, hasn't he? Now, maybe this is what maybe the Japanese Grand Prix is what Masters like it. Oh, look at that! And now Indigo going past Kesselhead as we got yellow flags. That's what's happened. And Sam Swift is off the circuit. Oh, good gracious me! And Sam Swift, who was the Grand Prix leader, is off the circuit. And my goodness gracious me, whilst we was watching Indigo and Percy and Keza fighting, Sam Swift is off the circuit here. And Delando's had some net issues which caused him to lag here, there and everywhere. Boxtel out of the Grand Prix. Boxtel is out of the race there. And, oh goodness me. And I think that, I'm not sure he's coming to the pit. He's not moving. I think he has come to the pits, has he? He has indeed. Boxtel out of this race as well. Oh my goodness me. But Troy leads out by 2 seconds. And Sam Swift there is going to have to get a move on now. But Percy is back in front of him. Then what has happened there? We did not see what happened in turn 2. But goodness gracious me, Rocket League, let's go Indigo, who's now in 4th position at the moment. This race has, goodness me, has turned on its head there. Boxed out, first retirement of the season for the championship leader. At the moment, though, the championship lead will change for the first time this season. There was Sam Swift beneath them, but the gap will only be 3 points now. As Sam Swift down into 6th position there. Oh, it's open at the moment then. When did... Oh, goodness me, that has... give Granville the microphone, Sean. Goodness gracious me. Shocking stuff indeed. Oof. Granville, what a legend that guy is. Open all hours, isn't it, Vintage? I used to love that show. Goodness gracious me. Unfortunately, I think that we're showing our ages now, Vintage, haven't we? Oh, it's a Ferrari 1-2. Goodness me, whilst I've been thinking about sitcoms, Percy has been very much knuckling down, and I can't believe it. It's a Ferrari 1-2 in this race. This race has really just been thrown into chaos here. Driver of the day is out with 6 laps to go. Someone's keen as a bean. Oh, goodness me. I'm not sure who to vote for yet, though. Troy, Toy Coin, Nosey, or Indigo. I must say, my early, oh gosh, what have I done? My early indication would be, of course, is that Troy has done a superlative job, but I'm not going to say anything more than that. What is Sam Swift doing? We're on board Sam Swift now. He will not have his tyres will not fall off the cliff as much as the drivers in front of it. I reckon, though, that Percy, all of a sudden, has been a bit of a difficult race then, but Percy's now up in his second position then, and outscoring Sam Swift by 10 points then. That is crucial. The gap at the moment, 40 points, will be down to 30 points then. If it stays as it is, which I highly doubt it will stay as it is, because this race has got anything can happen in this one, and this is going to be very interesting. Toy Coin is struggling for performance at the moment. Immortal down in 14th position now. Indigo is going to be having the sniffers. We're on board of Indigo. He's doing a great job in 4th position as well. And I must say, a lot of drivers who've had a very difficult season this season, or has really struggled throughout the course of the season, has been absolutely having a great race out there. Ultra now back into 8th position. Legends now into 10th position as well. Brabant's penalty earlier on that might cost them a point here. We've got soft runners then from Cam and Mr. Rage then, who have just come to the pits, and so the soft tyre should get to the end from here on in then. But they'll be very, they'll be very quick indeed then. Yeah, mate, open it over. Goodness. Yes, we're not going to say anything more about that vintage, mainly because I don't want anyone to know that we are ancient. Goodness gracious me. Oh, Ronnie Baker, what an absolute legend. From 3-second penalty for Sam B. Green then. To be honest, one man who I always get sad seeing is actually David Jason, absolute legend. Only Fools and Horses was one of my favourite sitcoms growing up. I think it's absolutely hilarious. I really do. Fantastic stuff indeed. Goodness me, but then there's something hilarious about this race. It's how Troy and Percy, then goodness me, both Ferraris are going to go to combat. We said at the beginning of the season, didn't we, that the Ferrari are OP, but there could be some contention going on here with the Ferrari team, and now it's a 1-2. There hasn't really been much contention that's going on then, if that is a word. Troy's in the pits, and so the medium tyres, one of the medium runners has had to come into the pits. Oh my goodness me, then we got 23 out of 27. Percy leads. Troy's on the soft tyre. Second is Toy Coin. Indigo, Keza, third, fourth. Second, third, and fourth. And Sam Swift is in 5th position now. Knowlesy is up in his 6th, and this is a good points collection for Knowlesy potentially. Ultra and Equal, 7th and 8th position. Troy has come out. Where has he come out then? He's out almost down in 14th position then. The two-stop strategy doesn't seem to work, is it? But unfortunately, that safety car has really cost drivers then. Obviously, my point is Kaz has goodness me, for that incredible park in there, isn't there, for Kaz. Hats off to Kaz, by the way, still in 7th position then. It's an easy track to crash on, I should know. I don't think I ended my ALR race around here very well. I think I ended up in the hedge. I also got a tan off from my admin as well. Right, just watching Keza. Sam Swift is lost a bit of time now. He hasn't gained much on these trio at the moment, has he? As they're just watching Indigo all over the gearbox now. Then is Immortal back up in the 10th position now. Immortal is then back into the point, so he's going to be quick here. Immortal is then, and now all over the gearbox. All over the gearbox and Legends then. So here comes Immortal, and Troy is going to be very quick as well. Troy all over the back of Sam B. Green, and has passed Sam B. Green already. There is Troy then. Look at these gaggle cars there. So Troy then, what can he do then? His Toy Coin is now Indigo up into 2nd position. Toy Coin, Keza and Indigo are trying to get to the end here, along with Equaz as well, and Besser on the medium tyres, and they pitted under a safety car, these three have. Sam Swift is about 3.4 seconds back at the moment, struggling for pace out there, Sam Swift is. Troy is out of the race. What's happened to Troy? And it looks like, has he crashed? I think he's coming to the pits, has he? Well, yeah, Troy is out and left the session here. So, oh dear, that is such a shame now for Troy. Out of the Grand Prix, one of his best results. Troy was superb, but he's out of the Grand Prix. I'm absolutely I'm devastated about that, to be fair. And goodness gracious me, Troy was superb, but out of the Grand Prix. Now, that, I'm wondering then if, oh dear, that is such a shame now for Troy. At least they have trimmed that tree short. They have indeed, haven't they? We had an issue here one year, didn't we? Was it last year where we couldn't see because that tree was in the way? Well, at least they've got rid of that. I think it's around about this. It's around about this part of the lap here, was it there, where we kept getting issues over that tree. Sam Swift has found a half a second on this lap over these gaggle of cars here. On board with Toy Coyne here, then going into the triangle chicane. Mold Indigo is now in second. Brilliant drive from Indigo. Brilliant drive from Troy until he retired from the race. Mortal back up into ninth position now. So Mortal is now going to join that incredible sagger that is going on between Equals and Ultra. My goodness me. It certainly has felt like an epic sagger as well. And the storytelling between Equals and Ultra has been superlative tonight. Has this rest of this brilliant race as well. 3 laps to go. Sam Swift only fifth at the moment. As we've got a lot of overtaking on in turn 1 here. With Ultra getting with Ultra getting past Ultra. Next target is actually the Williams car of Equals. Brabham is back into the top 10. Knowles in a superb 6th position there. Knowles in. This is Knowles' best result as well, I think, this season in terms of the pace of the car. Fantastic indeed. All right, get your driver day votes in now, albeit not. Oh, we've already got 9 votes as well. 2020 was when we noticed it. No way. I hope not. Oh, I remember it was. I'm sure it's on one of these games as well. Was it? It might not have been this game actually. It might have been the last game where that tree just kept getting in our way, didn't it? Just watching Toy Coyne and Sam Swift as now car number 2 times a second. But is it too little, too late then for these top 3 drivers? With Sam Swift not on the podium here, then he was looking happy in the lead of this race, then, but not sure what happened in turn 2. He was sinning when he was just recovering. Then I'm wondering if he got a bit too greedy on the curve there and spun the car. It's a very unusual place to spin on your own there, though, isn't it? There, I'd be surprised if Sam Swift lost it. Immortal now past Equals and up into 7th position. A great drive from Immortal. I'm wondering if he could have been Toy Coyne back and up into 2nd position now. Indigo in third. Great drive from Indigo. Oh gosh, I'm really struggling tonight. Then I cannot wait to hit until my head hits that pillow. Then goodness gracious me. Driver data is out, by the way, and of course Troy 67% of the vote. Toy Coyne 11% with Knowlesy and Indigo. Unfortunately for Troy, out of the Grand Prix as just watching Vestia, then he's just swapped to soft tyres and trying to get a point then for that Mercedes. Maybe, I think I might change my vote to this guy instead. Then, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to do that, somewhat. But here is Percy. I must say, I think that Percy has really caught me unaware. What a drive then for Percy. Then. This will be his 17th Grand Prix win of his career, and this is an important one as well. Then, of course, he needs to outscore Sam Swift and starts outscoring Sam Swift by a couple of points. Then, by more than a couple of points. Then. At the moment, he is doing so, but Sam Swift is really putting on a charge. That he's about 2 seconds away then. I'm not sure if he hit the wall or not. We only seen him recover, didn't we? Goodness me. Only seen him recover, Sam Swift there. But you can see there's his target of Keza right in front of us. And if it gets a bit hot under the collar between these 3, then potentially Sam Swift could swoop in. On board of Indigo at the moment, 4/10 of a second away from Toy Coyne, and the battle for 2nd and 3rd and 4th is going to go right to the wire here. Having said that, Keza's out of DRS range, so it's between Toy Coyne and Indigo, I think. Camp is now with 11. Can Camp sneak into the top 10? Well, he may be able to because there's penalties situations up and down the field. Then Ultra and Brabham could be knocked out, could be losing out here in terms of points, which means Legend and Cam might be able to sneak in a few points there. Like a pound round has been superb. Only 3 drivers have got penalties in this one. Fantastic 17th then. And now Brab, oh my goodness me, then who's that got a fast Ultra off the circuit? And Brab is through, Equals through, Ultra as and look at this, and Ultra is now dropped down to 10th position there. My goodness me, Brab shot through, up into 8th position now. Equals up into 9th and 10th is Ultra. Means that Ultra could not get a point on his debut, which would be such a shame because Ultra's had a superb debut indeed, hasn't he? Wow, incredible 17, but it's not all over yet as Ultra is off the circuit. Dunlop there, and it's lost out, and now Sam B. Green and catch up rapidly to the back of Ultra. Unfortunately, though, that was a bit Unfortunately, we did not see what happened there. But Ultra, what a drive! And if he didn't get that bounce, Ultra could have got a point here. So his target was not too far away there, was it? Yeah, because 2022, he still said it was there. A lot of outloud serious Russians say that as Troy's got driver of the day, but very unusually, Troy's out of the Grand Prix. So driver of the day for a driver who's not completed the Grand Prix, very unusual. Percy, what a drive from Percy then, and I think he might be my driver of the day actually now. But out of the final turn, and Percy, this is a crucial win in his championship campaign. He wins the Japanese Grand Prix. Sam Swift, only fifth today. He's going to be disappointed in that. Sam Swift is. What happened in turn two? Was there a driving mistake or was there something else going on? Top five and very close in the end. Knowlesy, great driving sixth position as well. But Percy gets his 17th Grand Prix win of his career. Brilliant job indeed. That this is his third Grand Prix win of the season there for Percy. Now then, is that break week how Percy then? Has Percy stocked up on chocolate to cream eggs here, and has now started to refine the fire in his belly then to try and reclaim the championship. This is going to get very interesting. Then the defending champion then, who is still in the conversation here with just 5 races to go. It is still a mammoth task though, but Percy is the winner of the Japanese Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff indeed there. And I got a sweaty back. That's not good at all. Oh, my word. Well, I've done a rookie mistake. I've run out of squash. That's not good at all, is it? Great job, Percy, considering he lost so many places in the pit stop. Yeah, a great recovery drive from Percy. Very good recovery drive indeed there for Percy. Fantastic stuff there indeed. That driver of the day was Troy with the 54% of the vote then, with Knowles on 27%, Toy Coin 9, Indigo 9 as well, 11 votes so for those drivers then. Good stuff indeed then. Let's take a final look at the classification then from the Japanese Grand Prix. Vesha gets a point as well for fastest up. Hats on, good stuff indeed. But Lucas Percy, 17th Grand Prix win of his career, that could be crucial here. Toy Coin getting pole position, getting second in the end. Now Indigo back on the podium, best results this season, I feel. Keza in fourth, Sam Swift only fifth today then, but but he's now taking the lead in the championship then. So Sam Swift now leads the championship by 4 points, give or take. Maybe 5. But then we got Knowlesy in 6th position, and Mortal 7th. Had to pit again, didn't he, for Mortal? Cam did as well, but got some 3 or 4 points in the end. 9th position is Equals. 10th position is Legend. Great drive from the Legends there. Bravo just outside point 7. Great debut from Ultra in 12th position. Then Green in 13th. Vesser getting fast up in 14th. Mr. Rage in 15th. And Kaz or Donna the Dons in 16th position there. Retirements, Troy for the first time this season boxed out. Dilando lag issues and Nigel out of the race as well and calls that safety car. Right then, I know who have I got in the box, and I think I got Percy in the box, haven't I? I have indeed. That Percy, this is a crucial day potentially in the championship there. But firstly, talk about that race if you can, then, because it was looking very bleak after the pit stops there. Down in 10th position there, you got held up by your teammate as well. Wasn't looking good.
Yeah, it was, like you say, not looking good. A bit unlucky that I had obviously Troy the car directly in front of me, so that cost me, I think it was 4 or 5 positions in the pits. But managed to make them back up in the race. A few good moves, I think, thanks to Indigo letting me go. I think he just realised I was obviously towards the end of the race was going to be a lot quicker than him on his dying medium. So yeah, he just played the smart game, let me through, stuck in the DRS, and yeah, it was looking bleak. Wasn't expecting to win, especially after qualifying, but I mean, I got very lucky today. So yeah, I'll take it and move on to the next race.
Well, sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good then. How did you keep your keep your head? Because I must admit, I would have lost my head really. Having issues in the pit stop. Was you getting a bit ragey in the car then, or was you calm?
Yeah, I was calm, to be fair. I knew that if it just stayed in the DRS train at the end, when all the mediums they start to die off, I knew I'd start to get the pace advantage and manage to overtake like I did. But yeah, just stayed calm, picked the cars off one by one, and yeah, thankfully got the win. I mean, it's disappointing Troy didn't get maybe P2. I think he should have stayed out. I don't know what happened to him when he boxed, but it's disappointing to see him DNF.
I was actually saying that I was wondering if Troy would have let you through it at one point, but he didn't then. But but in terms of was you checking where your championship roles was? Was you checking where Boxtel was, where Sam Swift was?
Not really, to be honest. I think the first half of that race, the championship in my mind completely out of it with Sam miles up the road. Boxtel was, I think he had a bit of a strategical disaster class today. So I think the championship wasn't really in my mind in the first half of the race. But then as soon as I managed to get back up into the podium positions and then into P1, I started to think, oh yeah, maybe it could still be on a little bit here. Obviously, Sam spun. He dropped into P5. Obviously, Boxstar had his disaster class and retired. So yeah, I think I'd like to say championship is back on, but with the little amount of races left to go, I think it's highly unlikely.
But not impossible though. And going into the next race, then of course we go to Qatar next week. What you say that the championship is very unlikely, but how do you get yourself motivated then? Because you are the defending champion. How do you keep yourself motivated knowing that the championship is almost out of your hands?
It's a tough one to be fair. I think just the fact that I am the defending champion just motivates me. Obviously, I want to try and defend my crown, but I mean, I'm not too fussed. If I win it, I win it. If I don't, I don't. I mean, I'm still pushing for a top three in the championship. That's what I want. But yeah, if I don't win it, then it's yeah, I'm not really fussed about it. And going on to Qatar, I think I won Qatar last time in gold. So hopefully I can try and defend my Qatar crown as well. But we'll have to wait and see.
Really well done today, Percy. That is your 17th win of your career. Fantastic stuff indeed. And I think Immortal's in there, isn't he? Let's have a look. Yes, he is. Immortal, I think that this is possibly your best result of the season then. It's been a bit of a tough one this season, as I said, with a lot of DNFs. But today you're on the podium. And is this a turnaround then? Has that Easter break been positive for you?
Um, Nice to see you too, Sean. It's a shame you forgot my name.
What did I call you?
What a
Immortal?
disaster! What a disaster!
Yeah, you call me Immortal. I know you get confused between me and Immortal Indigo. Oh, me and Immortal. But yeah. What was you saying?
I can't remember now. It's been a long old day. But I was saying then it's your first podium of the season. And it's been a bit of up and down for you this season. But after that Easter break, do you reckon that this is now like a renaissance for the remainder of the season?
Oh yeah, the first few races of the season just went terribly after my mistakes and just been unlucky with other people too with older tyres, especially in Australia. That glitch as well that reset me to track in Australia. Lost a few positions there, and in general, the whole season's been absolutely terrible due to my own mistakes. And finally, like if you keep calm and patient and just finally like learn a strategy and keep it nice and tidy, you would get results at the end of the day because I think I only made one overtake in that race, which was on Keza, which turned out to be a crucial one because I got me a podium as the rest of them peeled off as the pit lane. I think I understand why Troy went to the pit lane because he said he was running out of fuel and he had to go to work too, so that's why Troy was in the pit lane to retire. And obviously the guys who pitted as well in that DRS trade, I don't think they realised that the tyres could go towards the end, but they have to pay the price just a little bit by not pushing a bit too hard on those tyres because we were sliding all over the place. And our tyres were absolutely dead towards the end, so it's all about survival. And I realised the battle was P2 because Percy pulled away. I let Percy go because I know he's on a better strategy than me, so he's a better driver making his way through the field. So I thought I could help use him as a DRS and try and pick my way off people. He overtook Keza because the Mortal went off the pit lane, which broke the DRS train. So Keza was vulnerable, so I took advantage of him with no DRS for Keza. Overtook him and got up to a provisional P5. Then I think Troy had to pit because of fuel problems and Sam Swift Ninja spun at turn 2 between himself and Troy. So yeah, that's the reason why I got a podium today. A bit of luck, but sometimes luck is needed. I needed the luck too because of the poor results in the past.
Oh, so that's interesting then. So we did not know that Sam Swift and Troy made contact in turn two then. So that could have ramifications then later on then. But I did hear one thing that was very, very interesting then. So you only made one overtake today. So how do you feel about that as a Grand Prix driver then? Because that for me then, you guys go racing then. To only have one overtake and just sitting in the DRS train, that doesn't sound very, very like, racy to me.
Well, as I've came across disappointing results in the past, I didn't mind seeing the DRS trade. I just wanted to score some points, honestly. That's all I was going for. Just keep it clean, score some points, don't make any stupid moves like I've done in the past. Just keep it nice and tidy, and hopefully something will come good at the end. So that didn't really cross my mind, but in general, it is frustrating because you're stuck in that DRS trade with absolutely nowhere to go, and the laps are ticking down too. So yeah, it is frustrating in general being stuck in the DRS trade and not making moves when you know you might have the pace to try and leapfrog. But you can be very careful too. But yeah, I didn't want to go for any erratic moves because I was on all the tyres, and I was thinking about overtaking Toy Coin in the last sector because he was struggling just a bit on tyres, but my tyres were about 83, 84%. So I thought to myself, if I do anything crazy, I might spin or get a puncher or make contact with Toy Coin. So it was best settling P3 towards the end of the racing, which I'm very happy about. It was an unexpected P3 because I don't really have the pace around here. It's just the DRS trade that kept me intact.
And of course, you did mention about some of the mistakes you made earlier on the season. You said silly mistakes. What do you, is that down to putting pressure on yourself, or is that down to lack of focus? So, why was you making those mistakes? Do you reckon?
Just being overconfident from last season because I had a really strong end towards last season. Being overconfident and thinking I can keep up with these guys and desperately trying to hold on, not having a race pace mentality. I can name a lot of races this season that's gone wrong. Silverstone was the only clean race I had. The first race of the season where I finished in P3 but P4 due to Kez's removal penalty. Spain I missed because I had an injury because of go-karting. Hungary, I went out too early in Q2 with a dry track, so therefore I had to, I set my lap time way too early, and the track was evolving, so everybody had a better lap time than me, and I followed out of Q2, so I had to do a two-stop strategy because I thought a safety car would come out, but there was no safety cars in Hungary as well. But other tracks like Monza, where Immortal lagged and he teleported into me and he damaged my front wing. Saudi Arabia, where I did some silly mistakes as well, where I under the safety car twice. The Dutch GP, where I stayed on all the tyres and tried to fight way too hard against people on fresher tyres, but I realised the guys in P3 and P4, P2 had penalties, so therefore I could have just stuck behind them or put a fresh set of softs on and follow them and get a podium that way. Where else? There's been a lot of races just in general this season where I could have had decent results, but yeah, mistakes were made. And this one, Japan, I made no mistakes and got a podium in the end. So I'm really ecstatic and happy about it because I know I could do way better than I've been doing this season. I know there's potential in me, but yeah, this whole season in general, just a season to forget other than this race.
Onwards and upwards, though, and we go to Qatar next week, so looking forward to that as well. Well done today, brilliant drive today, getting your first podium of the season, should have been your second, unfortunately, but after Silverstone getting relegated. That's why you didn't have a podium, Mushroom. And of course, Mushroom said, it's in you go, Sean. It certainly is, isn't it? And yes, I can't even make a mistake, I can't even say that I'm tired, because I always say Immortal and Indigo, don't I? Wrong way around. Right, that's it for me tonight. I'm going to go to bed, because I'm absolutely shattered then. Thank you very much then for joining us today for an incredible stream then. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I'm impressed as well, Mushroom. I can't remember half of those races. Incredible stuff from Indigo. That is it then. We'll be back tomorrow then for Silver, and of course at the moment then the Silver Championship is looking very good for Magico, isn't it? In the Friday, 32 points in front of Delando, who is the second day with only 4 points adrift in the top 3. Incredible stuff indeed there. Nosey will be